Karnataka re-exams over the Janivara row. The Karnataka government is considering a re-examination option for students who were affected during the KCET exam over dress code issues involving the sacred thread, Janivara, and also hijab, which is fantastic actually. Students are being given a second chance. Higher Education Minister Dr. MC Sudhakar said incidents were reported from 3 colleges where students were allegedly asked to remove the religious identifiers, and in one case a girl could not write her examination also. The impacted centers include Krupanidhi College in Bengaluru, Nagarjuna College and BGS College in Chikkaballapur. The minister said despite prior instructions and staff training, violations occurred. He added that last year too a re-exam option was offered but not taken by students, who ruled out grace marks, said no grace marks, citing that there could be a legal complication, but said the government may allow re-examination if students opt for it. Now, a committee has been formed to verify the incidents, and the minister said stricter measures will be taken next year. The thing is that the report also found that the principal of Krupanidhi, all these people who got involved in remove your Janivara, they are all culpable. I am asking you, why are schools not following clear government protocols and effectively mocking official guidelines meant to ensure fairness and uniformity in examination? When rules are already laid down, how do such violations even happen, and at exam centers? And most importantly, why should students be the ones to suffer and go through the stress of a re-exam for lapses that are not even their fault? Those are the questions. We are on the side of the students, always. Satya Prakash has joined us. He is Vice Chairperson and spokesperson for the KPCC, and I have Surabhi Hodigire, who is the spokesperson for the BJP in Karnataka. Namaskara to both of you. Thank you for making the time. Satya Prakash ji, my question is this: it is not the fault of the students who went to give the exam. We also have a bite of a student which we should play out, where he says, I went there, I was so tense, I couldn't even give the exam properly. Now, the thing is that someone makes a mistake and someone breaks the protocol, and the students have to now suffer. Why should I give re-exam, sir? Maybe I have plans to go to my grandmother's house in Solapur in Maharashtra, or come to Delhi. Why is it that the burden should be borne by the students? Sir, Satya Prakash ji.
Good evening, Sudhakar. My knowledge says that in spite of 1 or 2, 3 colleges having some problems with the sacred thread, and in case of a hijab also, most of them, they have either cut that or the concerned person has taken it out and gone and written the exam and come out. This particular thing, the education ministry is saying that if at all, if somebody, because they couldn't take the thread out, or went out because they couldn't remove the burqa, and if they have missed the exam for some,
why should they cut the thread? It's a religious symbol, no? There is a meaning to it. There is a meaning that you wear 3, then you are married, you increase it, and then when your father passes. I mean, it's my religious symbol, no? It could be yours. Why should I object? It's the same hijab rao also. I will wear the hijab. Of course, the court said that you can't because it's not part of the dress code. But to make me sit outside because I wore one hijab, then how are you different from others, Satya Prakash ji? Why should I cut it? Last year when it happened, sir, last year when it happened, DKS said very clearly, what is this? Why should she remove her Mangal Sutra? Why should she remove her rings? If it is a security thing, please you list it. It's your own Deputy Chief Minister who said it. And there was a lot of stress. Now I have to give re-exam. Listen to this bite, sir. I'll come back to you, Satya ji. Let's play out that bite.
They didn't allow me because they saw my Janivara, and they started telling that you have to remove it. If you don't remove, we can't allow you to write the exam. So I called my father and told that they are doing like this, what to do and all. Even he didn't know what to do. So he also told except me, around 7 students, they did like this only. They removed the Janivaras. And yeah, so they also removed, so there is no option. Maybe CET has did some rules or something. So my father told you can remove. So I also removed, and I had no choice. Yes, of course. I felt very sad. I could not write the CET exam very properly.
Surabhi, let me bring you in here. The kind of tamasha that this country saw in 2022 This is a repeat of that, but in smaller doses, because at that time you went hammer and tongs, not you, your party. But what is this? Why is it that protocols are not being followed? Tomorrow they will say remove the bangle. I know if you go to hospital you have to remove all the jewelry. There is protocol there. But what is this nonsense which is going on, Surabhi? Surabhi, unmute please.
Sudha ma'am, first and foremost, I think this incident that has come to light in the last couple of days, there has been initial probe which has said that the authorities of this particular college intentionally asked the student to do so and so because of reasons that are, as of now, we can only speculate, we cannot confirm. So this was a case of intentionally hurting somebody's religious sentiment, especially in such a vulnerable time. And if the government's response to that is merely putting it back on the student and saying you can take the exam again, I think there has to be repercussions on the staff, there needs to be repercussions on the college, and there needs to be a precedent set across every side that whatever the rules and regulations, follow it to the T. Do not make this into a sentimental emotional issue, because you have been there, I have been there, we've all been there, maybe at different times in our lives. But sitting through an exam is not an easy task.
No, not at all.
It requires a significant amount of concentration. Parents are stressed out. What do you like? Why is, and I say this with complete responsibility, that there are cases where fraud, cheating happens in the country, in our state as well. There is a requirement to have certain protocols that needs to be publicly debated and discussed. But to take action like this,
all right,
now on a there have been memes floating around.
Go on, Satya.
There have been memes floating around.
A party is representative when it was in governance didn't allow students for wearing hijab. They didn't allow students to go to the college.
I said both. No, same thing. You started, Satya, by saying cut off your Janivara. Why should anyone cut off their Janivara? I am for hijab and I am for Janivara. Both.
Can we have some semblance of thought in this conversation, Satyaprakash sir? Please think through what is each religious item or symbol. What are each of them allowing or disallowing a person to do?
Let him come in. Surabhi, let him come in here.
Have there not been suspects who have hidden behind a hijab, attempted to create cause
Satya, come in.
terror-related issues? We're talking about a full body covering in one thread.
Yeah.
Let us be sensible in what we're trying to
Exactly.
compare.
Satya, come in.
Having said that, nobody should be disallowed to take examinations based outside of the rules.
Okay, Satya, come in now.
The Congress party doesn't need lessons from a spokesperson whose party didn't allow students to get into the college, forget about exam center. Didn't allow students for months to not go into college. Please understand. So I don't want lessons from you.
No, okay. I've completely run out of time. So Satya, I thought you will come to the point. Satya, again, you are not coming to the point. Why was protocol not followed, Satya ji?
Who has not followed the
That principle of Kripanidhi or whatever it is, and this child has to sit for re-exam? Someone really did badly there. Huh?
Listen to me.
Quickly.
The state government has followed all the protocols. It's one or two or three colleges which have not followed protocols.
Yeah, right.
And the government is acting on them. For everything what they do,
but
the
please
government
don't
is
say that
responsible.
some of them cut it, some of them removed it. I will not remove it. I will not cut it. I will wear it. It is my identity, much like hijab is my identity. Surabhi, last 30 seconds, I've completely run out of,
Look,
I'm getting some breaking news. Yeah.
We need to have very serious conversations on examinations, processes, protocol, cheating, so on and so forth. But in this particular situation and case, the first of all, the way that it's been approached by the government and not serious recognition of children's autonomy to write exam, that part the Congress government has not taken it seriously. That is what I'd like to stress on over here. We can have this conversation, what is allowed, not allowed. That is a debate that society needs to have.